I'm back. Can you hear me? So guess what dumbass was just talking to himself for 5 minutes because he forgot to plug the headset into the PS4 controller. Can you hear me? Okay, there we go. Hi.
Under 2 laps to go in stage
2. Doom. My OBS won't connect to YouTube. It will not let me stream. It just randomly cut off during the stream, and now I can't connect at all. So we're back on the PlayStation like we used to be.
The top 10 in the finish of this stage get points, and it's very important.
But I get to use my computer to look at comments and everything now, so it's actually an improvement. Just you guys have nothing to look at. Chase Elliott wins stage 2. We're just over halfway.
Second most of all the drivers.
And I am happy to be back on. You know, I hardwired in to my computer, which I don't always do when I stream, but I did it today because I'm like, this is an important race. I don't want it to get cut off halfway through and have to start a new stream. Well, guess fucking what? Had to do it anyway. Had to fucking do it anyway. So. But never mind that shit. Here comes Mongo. We're here now. Satan, I don't know. Somebody did something to me. Somebody must have not liked what I had to say and sabotaged my fucking OBS. I'll be right back. Yeah, so there I was, trying to watch football, trying to eat dinner, watch a race, and talk about it to you guys so there's not a lot of dead air, and then my OBS disconnects. The fucking nerve. So Baltimore has the ball back with 8 seconds left, down by 4. It's a Hail Mary situation here. The Steelers are up 28-24. Chase Elliott just won stage 2 in the race. Good thing is nothing really happened because I was still, you know, listening to the race when I was trying to sort this fucking stream bullshit out. But Elliott won stage 2. We're ready to get this thing to the finish. Saints and Bears are kicking off on Fox. I'd rather be watching Seattle, but I'll watch the Saints and Bears. I ain't fucking with that website on my PlayStation today. Plus, I'm streaming off my PlayStation right now. I can't do it no way. Well, actually, I could do it on my computer. That's a swell idea, Dale. Actually, no, fuck it. I'm looking at comments on here. Never mind. All right. Hold on. I got to do a sound test. Sound test. Sound test. Actually, no, fuck it. I'm looking at Hold on. Ignore my voice. Turn the race audio up a touch. If it's too loud, if the race audio is too loud, let me know. I can't check the levels because I'm on a PlayStation, not OBS, because OBS ain't working. And Chase Elliott keeps the lead off pit road. Truex second, Kurt Busch third, Kyle Busch fourth, dipshit in fifth. Boy, we're back to the blue screen. I told you we'd be back to this at some point. If my OBS never connects again, you'll be seeing this next week. Oh my God, he lives. Satan lives. Satan, were you the one that sabotaged my fucking OBS and wouldn't let me continue streaming?
He was below Kevin Harvick by 15 points coming in.
There was some kind of black magic at play there.
So now he's ahead of Kevin Harvick and running ahead of him on the racetrack as well. Marty.
So Denny Hamlin lost those spots on pit road. He's now
so get this, right? I got the new TV. I turned on my PS4 for the first time on it to start this stream. And I fired up Friday the 13th. Dude, I don't even have a PS4 Pro. I have the standard PS4, and it looks way better on this TV than it did on my other one. And it's not even a PS4 Pro. This TV has like raised the quality of everything.
A lot of times you'll go, Steve. You'll tell your driver to go when we drop the jack. Then he waited, and they are now telling Denny you have to come back down.
Oh, Denny Hamlin did not get all the lug nuts secure on that pit stop. He's got to come back down pit road. Good thing he got all them stage points. And Kevin Harvick's like, yay!
The issue for the 11 isn't that they didn't tighten all the lug nuts. They did, but he did it with the car on the ground and the weight on that left front tire. So if we look at the pit stop again, you're going to see right here, there's trouble coming off on the left front. That's where
It's like me trying to put together the stand for my TV today, so I got them screwed in, right? And it's screwed in secure, but one of the screws on one side was like cross-threaded, but it was so far down in there I couldn't unscrew it and get it out, so it's stable.
How you hit those lug nuts, it will not pull on tight against that hub with 3,400 pounds of weight.
I ain't fucking with it. My TV's up there now, and it looks beautiful, and it's stable.
Now they can jack it up, take the weight off that tire, Marty, and make sure they're tight.
And Chris Gabehart said, listen, do not compound this. We don't need another penalty. He comes back down pit road. But a terrific...
Yeah, whatever you do, don't speed.
Way different to hit those lug nuts when the car is on the ground versus being in the air. That's why they hit it back up off the air, off the ground, to make sure they can get them tight on the left front.
I gotta say, Denny Hamlin sitting there, I know he had to come back and hit anyway. That was an incredibly smart move. The driver's cue is to leave when the jack falls. He's not normally looking.
Let me check my audio one time. Hold on. I'm OCD. I gotta check it.
How does that affect the points?
Sounds good to me. Green flag.
The green flag comes back out to start this final stage.
Final stage. This is when it's real. This is the race. This is the real race. Big run off the outside. Truex is going to, whoa, nope, he's not clear. Elliott sends it into three. Really sent it into three. You can see that car get wide in the center. Door to door to the front stretch. Got to fight extra hard now. We might not get another caution. I'm sure we will, but you never know. We always get one really long run at Martinsville. And Elliott drives away with the lead. Hooray. And there's beautiful Joe Buck and Troy Aikman on my other TV.
And it's number 1, Monster Energy Chevrolet for Chip.
I've unironically become a Joe Buck fan. I cannot lie. His fucking sarcasm is unmatched.
Put himself in this position to also be a threat to win this race today in a must-win situation. Just amazing that three of the drivers that pretty much had the win coming in here are both sitting there running first, second, and third.
Below the cut line, all three of these in the top three. Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., and Kurt Busch.
So, please, how's the race audio? Decent? Does it need to be louder?
The 4 and the 11, the two most dominant cars in 2020, now back here running together.
When's the last race we streamed off the PlayStation? I have to go back and look.
The 4 is a lap down, hoping for a yellow. The 11 is still on the lead lap. But just look at the speed difference. We talk about the 4 needing a yellow, but he's just not fast even if he gets a yellow. Look how easily the 11 will go by. Nice and patient as requested by his crew chief.
Harvick is 6 points out right now.
Harvick said on the radio a moment ago, we really haven't made the car that much better. Everything you've done has just made the car tighter. So Harvick right now in the free pass position. But
Harvick's one lap down, but in the free pass position. Yeah, let's get a long run here and lap more cars so he can't get back on the lead lap.
Daly 2 cars back from Harvick, and not any better with a Hamlin on that 4 car. Meanwhile, Denny Hamlin has moved up from the last car on the lead lap. Now 27th, he's gained a couple of spots, and they keep preaching patience on the radio. They told Hamlin, listen, we still control our destiny. Don't force anything here. Long way to go.
226 laps to go. So yes, long ways to go.
That Kenseth and Bubba Wallace, big contact right in front of Denny Hamlin.
And Kevin Harvick would have liked more contact. He needs a caution. He needs it now.
Yeah, the patience runs out. As this race goes on, like saying it's an hourglass, it just runs out.
Did Dale Jr. just make a Days of Our Lives reference?
Exactly what you saw from Matt Kenseth.
I don't even know if he meant to, but he did. He said, like sands through the hourglass. So are the days of our NASCAR. That's better than the National Lampoon's reference last week. Good talk, Russ. That was a good one. But that sands through the hourglass shit, that's next level, Dale Jr. He really is the best in the business. Sands through the hourglass. Kevin Harvick in solid 30th. That's Danica territories for a Stewart-Haas car.
Kevin Harvick, Steve, you just talked about it. How it just does not look good. Look at the struggle with the preferred lane to get by Bubba Wallace.
Tell you what looks good is Chase Elliott being out front.
It's just not anywhere near like it needs to be.
It's not good. And there's nothing more humbling as
if they go to Phoenix next week, what the fuck? I mean, even if Harvick gets there, with them running like the way they have, I don't think they're solid enough to win the championship. Oh, Brad's got his phone back out. Welcome back, Brad. I'm back too. My OBS disconnected. Had to stream by other means now. Still a chance for me to get back on the lead lap, even with the time I lost.
Not a very good car. But remember, Kevin got into this position because of some contact early on in this race, cut the left rear tire down. He had to come to pit road under green, lost 2 laps, and so was able to get 1 back.
Solid top 10 you got going on there, Brad. You're 17 points to the good right now, above the cut line.
When the caution comes out.
Obvious guys,
sure Jeremy Bullins is keeping you informed.
Contenders, championship contenders. Somebody having a very strong day today. This 32 car, Corey LaJoyce, and they're running at 15th. This team is.
I love that they're putting attention on Corey when he's not driving the Trump car.
Doing a very nice job this entire year.
15th right now. Solid run for Corey.
On a very, very difficult racetrack. Great job. Yeah, even more impressive because
oh no, it's a great big one. Well, it's nice being able to use my computer during a race. See, I like streaming with the computer, but to keep the leaderboard and shit up, I can't browse my Twitter and Facebook. I got to use my phone for that, so it's nice to have this available right now.
Go Fast Racing is the organization that he's running for. 14 employees is what they have there. So one of the little teams, obviously, that are fighting to be out here on the racetrack.
Seahawks 3 and out. Well, the Saints are still on the field with Chicago. It's their first possession. They're in Chicago territory, just across midfield. I picked the Bears because I know it's like 32 degrees up there and windy. There's like 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts at Soldier Field. And Drew Brees ain't got the best arm anymore. So, and credit to the Bears. They can play some defense. They're a little streaky. They'll give up big plays on the ground, but I think the Bears can really get after your ass and play defense. Mild ups. I know the Bears are 5-2, but they're like the worst 5-2 team. Them and the Falcons should have to switch place. The Falcons should be like 5-2, and these fucking bums should have our record. Because I don't think the Bears are that good. Kurt Busch still in the top 5 with a chance to make something happen. Like I said, it's never over at Martinsville till that very final pit stop. Then you might have an idea of where you're going to be. But you just never know how many cautions we're going to get. It's a very caution-happy racetrack at times. Rick Allen just said exactly what I said. Boy, somebody is goddamn paying attention to my streams because they repeat what I say every week just after I say it. I make great observations. Oh, Saints converted 3rd and 2, and Alvin Kamara, if he gets a block, is going to the house. Nope. Not the best blocking, but it was downfield, and there was another defender coming over. But Alvin Kamara just ran for like 30 yards on 3rd and 2. The Bills beat New England 24-21. Oh, boy. New England. You know what? With the talent they don't have, this should have been expected, but you can never count the hoodie out. I expected some witchcrafted wizardry from old Bill Belichick, but even he can't work a miracle with this sorry-ass squad. We'll get Bad Brad there working on Alex Bowman for a position. You're still in this thing, Brad. It's amazing how you drive this place and have your phone on the other hand. You're driving one-handed up Martinsville. If you do this at like Sonoma next year or something, that'd be really impressive. Ooh, good stuff there by the Bears. 3rd and 11. They got after Kamara the last 2 plays. One was a screen pass, and then they tried to check it down underneath again. There's Matt Kenseth and Kevin Harvick racing hard again. Third and 10 from the Chicago 21 for New Orleans. Should be able to watch the second half of this game uninterrupted. Brees has to check it down again. Tackled for no gain. 4th down, and the Saints will kick a field goal. One big play there the Bears gave up, and it got the Saints in scoring range. Denny Hamlin back up to 20th. I saw Hamlin's troubles. Had to pit a second time for the loose lug nuts. Oh, man, can we wind these laps down so Chase Elliott can win and go to that Final Four and win him a fucking championship?
Chase Elliott still up front, has an 1/8 of a second lead over Martin Truex Jr. in second.
Saints 3, Bears nothing.
Trucks built to serve.
We had a year in, 4 drivers came to this racetrack feeling like they needed to win today. Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., Kurt Busch, and Alex Bowman. They're all running top 8.
Brad Keselowski and Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick, they're counting points, so they're worried about where they finish. They don't have to come in here and win tonight. And all these teams are going to have to figure it out on these last 200 laps with only 3 sets of tires.
Well, it's a good thing for Harvick because he ain't going to win. he needs to catch a break and get back on the lead lap. But this race has a long green feel to it right now.
Kevin Harvick no longer in the free pass position.
And he's no longer in the free pass position.
Timmy Hill about 25 to 28 laps within a run to get lapped, and then Harvick loses that free pass position. So once again, he would not get the free pass if the caution came out. Here's the handling issues on the 4-car.
Seahawks defense forced a punt. My God. And Harvick's about to miss the Final Four. What is going on today? And the Bengals beat the Titans. And the Vikings beat the Packers. I don't understand this world. And the Falcons did not blow a 4th quarter lead on Thursday. The Falcons had an 8-point lead and the defense made a stop. What is going on around here? I still haven't received a text about tomorrow. Hope I never get one.
Marty, I think that's the problem. I agree with you. I'm not so sure getting the lap back's going to be enough. They just do not have the speed. You told us earlier they put a tremendous amount of effort in this race. So far, it just has not worked out.
He didn't get any points at stage 1 or stage 2. He's had issues pretty much the entire race. You see this?
Yeah, these guys going.
Oh yeah, there's Matt DiBenedetto. Oof. Losing rear grip, and he just slammed into the side of Austin Dillon off a 2. We're just watching Kevin Harvick ride helplessly in 30th place, the second car 1 lap down.
21 to 95 if he left before, so that's a tough little left rear tire on that 3. When we talk about Kevin Harvick being a lap down, I'm confident he'll end up with the lead lap at some point if he doesn't get lapped again and go 2 down, just because we're going to see yellows late. But if those yellows come too late...
I don't think there's a guarantee you see a yellow. I've seen a 200-plus lap green flag run to the finish at Martinsville a couple of times.
12 points in the 11th game just in the last 25 or 30 laps. Kevin Harvick can. As Marty continues to report, the handling on this 4-car is not good enough. So now he's challenged with 3 things. A lap down.
John Hunter Nemechek's last car on the lead lap, about to go a lap down.
The race being the second. And the third is just not fast enough to go score points.
And think about what Kevin Harvick, the whole family, has done. They've had such a great season. 9 wins. Their son, Keelan, during this COVID break, they said, you know what, we're not going to send you to school. We don't want the possibility of you getting the virus, bringing it home, and me not being able to continue to run. they've changed their lives. I mean, everyone has changed their lives because of the pandemic, but Harvick knew this.
Rich people have it hard too, you know.
Championship. He's got such a great season that is on the line right here, right now, in this race. If he can't get below, or he can't get above the cut line, his championship hopes go away. All those 9 wins were great to celebrate at the time, but they don't mean anything if he can't get out of this race and get into the championship 4.
Elliott only has about a half a second lead.
There was a pathway
looking solid though.
to get there on points today, but winning the race is the easiest and the most.
First and 10 for old Nick Foles.
Continues to lead, now having led more than half.
Gain of 7 there.
The car is good, the balance is good, but it's still nervous.
I figure the more I focus on the game, the better off Chase will be. That's how it goes with my sports teams and shit. If I just ignore the game and come back, something good will happen. I truly believe that. That's why Thursday night was torture. I had to sit down and watch the Falcons. I couldn't check out and just come back and see how they're doing later. Let's talk about Nick Foles for a little bit. And what a fucking bum he is. Play action. They faked it to Patterson in the backfield. First down, gain of about 5. Ryan Blaney's running third. Good for him. Oh, wow. Truex.
Here comes Martinsville Jr.
Trying to make a move on Elliott. I think some lap cars might have slowed him down.
The leader, Chase Elliott, chasing traffic here.
That lap traffic, man.
Keep that 19 car behind him, not give up the lead.
Chase going to hold him off for now. He got held up really bad a lap ago, but now it's kind of stretched back out, and he's passing the 34. Let me talk about Larry McReynolds. He's passing the 34. Michael McDowell. I miss Larry Mack. I can't wait till February. Because I don't watch Race Hub.
Almost there. Roll through the center of the corner very well.
I miss Larry in the booth, though. Although I think Clint Boyer's going to do a good job with Jeff Gordon and Mike Joy.
Look at the steering wheel. Look at the hand move.
But I really miss Larry.
Very smooth, very calm. His car's handling really well.
Truex has the speed. Chase has the speed too, but man, look how smooth he's driving the car. No problems in that 9 car. Smooth.
This is only a 47-lap green flag run, so we got 100 laps more fuel in the tank. You think they're struggling for rear grip now?
I like that helmet Chase has on. That's a cool helmet.
You don't know if you're going to get short runs or long runs. It seems like
Janet, me and Cameron came to the conclusion Thursday on my stream. We were like, man, I love Joe Buck. He's so sarcastic and such an ass that I just unironically have become a huge Joe Buck fan. He's just so sarcastic. Whenever something stupid happens, he always has something dumb to say. I'd like to watch a game with Joe Buck. And that dry delivery just makes what he says 10 times funnier. Yeah, I'd say Truex is all over Elliott here. He's going for the lead in 3. Chase left the bottom open. Just looking to carry a run off the outside, which he does. Chase holds the lead for now. He left the bottom open to Truex, but got a great run off the corner. Chase probably needs to switch to that unorthodox line he likes to run here. Nearly won him the race last year in the spring. I know the lap traffic is going to get in the way and cause a lot of problems. Might take that line, that option away from him.
If you're turning the wheel, you cannot mash the throttle full throttle. You can't do it on corner exit. You have to feel straight and go forward. See that? clean yellow car behind these guys. It's Ryan Blaney.
Ryan Blaney's catching these guys.
Join this battle.
Hey, look at that. Clint Boyer's in the top 10. Jimmy Johnson's got a flat left rear. Making it to pit road, though. Sorry, Jimmy. Dude has no luck. They're not running well, and he has no fucking luck anyway. So, Jimmy Johnson on pit road. 180 laps to go.
Chase Elliott. Now a car length and a half in front of Mark Trix.
And now we'll talk football during the commercial. Foles, play action. Checks it down. Oh, it's a drop. Incomplete. Montgomery couldn't hold on to it. He wasn't going to go anywhere anyway. That's not a fumble, jackoffs. That's an incomplete pass. He threw it right to him and he dropped it. The Saints are like, we got a fumble recovery. We got it. Look, I know you guys can't play defense worth the fuck, but that was so obviously an incomplete pass. I'm sorry, but Nick Foles is the biggest one-hit wonder in the history of the NFL. Like, and I knew when he was filling in for Wentz that year, it was like, this dude ain't that special, okay? He got hot and had played the 2 games of his life because he sucked against the Falcons, but he single-handedly crushed the Vikings, and that Super Bowl he was unbelievable. So he played the 2 best games of his life at the best possible time. He's basically like Joe Flacco. But Flacco, I would take Flacco over Foles because Flacco had stretches where he was really good, especially the first 5 years of his career. Foles had a decent first year as a starter in Philadelphia and then sucked and was injured and bounced from team to team. I'll give him a mulligan on playing for the Rams because Jeff Fisher was the head coach. He's the quarterback killer. I'll give him a mulligan on that, but dude ain't special. Nick Foles is not special. He's not very good. I'd take Kirk Cousins over Nick Foles any day. I would take Jared Goff over Nick Foles. And I'd take Dak Prescott over all of them. And I'm not even that big of a Dak fan, but he's better than all them bums. Even if he was a bum, I bet you even if he was a bum, the Cowboys would still be screaming to get him back now. It's okay, guys. Ben DiNucci's going to play quarterback tonight for Dallas. They're going to be good. They're going to be all right. Chase Elliott in heavy lap traffic, but he's gapped Truex again by a few car lengths, actually. Just lapped Bubba Wallace, and there's Jimmy Johnson going by on his fresh tires. Put Chase in a bad spot. Chase had to get up to the outside to let Jimmy Johnson get by.
NASCAR Cup Series playoffs on NBC. The Xfinity 500 on Martinsville Speedway. Steve, right now we see Kevin Harvick struggling. The possibility exists he could go 2 laps down. I would liken this to, I don't want to bring up a sore subject, but your Patriots, when they were undefeated going into the Super Bowl, everybody's like, well, they're undefeated. They've got this great season.
Yeah, Harvick's basically doing the Patriots thing right now. He's 18-0, and he's in the last game, and he's going to lose.
The number 1 ranked team.
170 to go. It's ticking down. It's Martinsville. It goes by quick when you got a long green run.
This is why you have to watch every race, every lap. Every game, it's a different sport. Nothing is guaranteed. Kevin Harvick had the success of the regular season to lean on, but it wasn't a guarantee. It was a little bit of a safety net, and unfortunately, currently, he's fallen through that safety net at 15 points below. And you mentioned it, as this lead battle continues between Elliott and Truex and Blaney, they're also inching in on Kevin Harvick. 2 laps down makes it very difficult for him to gain points, and that's what it's all about. He's going to have to be in a position where he's expecting one of the guys in front of him to have trouble. That is not what Kevin Harvick wanted.
Truex was just putting the pressure on the 9 cars. They caught the lap traffic, but now he's feeling a ton of pressure from this 12 car. Ryan Blaney. Blaney got into the back of the 19, got into the left rear quarter panel a couple corners ago. Blaney's teammate Joey Logano right behind him. If they continue to work this lap traffic, it's really creating a lot of opportunities for this 12 car. Let's look at that contact.
Stop tricks around a little bit here. So the 19 gets up the racetrack just a little bit. Blaney says that's a hole. I'm going in there. Not quite. The radiator fit. That's about it. But hey, man, that's Martinsville. That's what's so fun about racing here is you can do that to the guy in front of you, and he knows that's what it. That's what.
Kevin Harvick is the anti-Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman. Danny Bonaducci. Yeah, Danny Bonaducci's going to play quarterback for the Cowboys. And he's going to perform at halftime with the rest of the Partridge family. That's the halftime show. Oh, no, they got kissing titties in there. Mitch Trubisky's in the game. What happened? Did I miss Foles getting hurt or something? Did Foles get rocked? Because why the fuck else would Trubisky be? Okay, Foles is coming back in. Okay, that was weird. Trubisky was in for a play. Yes, because running Jalen Hurts in and out of games has worked so well for Philadelphia. Let's start doing that with Trubisky in Chicago. Waste his fucking time and the rest of the team.
Who's this going to work out for? Tough decisions to make. And it's really hard to lap, even to lap traffic on that higher side. Obviously, if you get to the inside of them, much simpler, much easier. Now,
well, there's Foles missing another wide open receiver. Go figure.
He's going to actually slot in behind his teammate Joe Logano for turn one entrance.
That second lane, that's something that we've seen that Denny Hamlin's been trying to do. Both those guys use that second lane to make that pass.
Truex back to the bottom.
All that rubber's finally been put down in that top lane, so yeah, it's pretty good right now. It gets better as the race goes on. On a green racetrack, it's not that good, but by this point in the race, you can really get up there and make something happen. I remember in 2011 when Tony Stewart won from the outside lane on a late restart against Jimmy Johnson. That was awesome.
The two of Keselowski all right here together within a few car lengths of each other.
We'll get a few updates as we have now 161 laps to go. Start with Parker.
As you see, Kurt Busch trying to sift through traffic right here. You know, we mentioned how he's been putting himself in position to win this race. It's had a great run going, but struggled at the end of these runs with being too loose and losing the grip of that right rear. That's the case right now for Kurt Busch, trying to just take care of it so maybe he can go up there a little further up in the field.
Brad Keselowski was confident if he could just get a long run for the two car, it would come to life. Well, it's been 73 laps now on this run, and he's only made up 2 positions. He's in this group. Maybe he can get a couple here, but trying to improve as the run goes on, Parker.
We talked a lot about how big that win was for Kyle Busch last week at Texas, or on Wednesday, sorry, at Texas. And I asked Adam Stevens, was that like a fuel mileage fit for you? Do you feel like you sort of calculated that more than everyone else? He goes, no, he had the speed to be in the lead. We were put in that position having to save fuel, but by no means do we consider that a fuel mileage win. We did that on speed, Dave.
For Alex Bowman, the laps are counting down below the cut line by 27, only running in the 8th position. Recently, the cars had no grip on the right rear.
Oh, Nick Foles goes down.
Right behind him there, that black and white car, Eric Almirola had that little tussle with his teammate.
Go ahead and bring Trubisky in for this 3rd and long. I'm sure it'll end well.
Looking forward to long runs just like this as he looks to the inside of Alex Bowman. And then behind him is the driver that he got in that little tussle with. That is the 14 of Clint Boyer, who came across radio after bumping Eric Almirola out of the way to give him a little payback and said, sorry guys, I just had to do it. I'm sorry about that.
That was Boyer apologizing for dumping Almirola after Almirola dumped him first. Denny Hamlin up to 15th. He's clawing his way back. Like Junior said earlier, when these guys are on equal tires, the level of competition is so close it's hard to make passes. You were seeing a lot of passes when the guys were on differing tire strategies. Pretty much everybody's on the same deal now. So Hamlin's having a harder time clawing his way back to the front.
Slowly, patiently work his way through the field.
Rookie of the year on the outside of the 11 of Denny Hamlin.
Bears are about to kick a field goal, and it looks windy as shit. It's a 44-yard field goal in the wind.
What you have to do through lap traffic. Brad Keselowski catching James Davidson makes it 3 right wide.
Well, the wind helped him. He put it towards the to the left, and the wind pulled it back a bit and made the kick. So, Brad, what are you doing back there?
So, Steve, you mentioned fuel window about 150 laps. That's what we're coming up to left in this race as Chase Elliott out in front.
He's out in front, clear track ahead. You can tell the fourth car of Kevin Harvick.
Kevin Harvick about to go 2 laps down. He's 28th, 1 lap down, and Elliott is on the same straightaway.
Slower than Chase. So while it's not faster, he is not losing a tremendous amount of ground. It's during lap traffic that the core of Kevin Harvick's car really shows its skill handling. He has a hard time passing cars where Chase is able to.
I can't wait to see that short track in Fontana when they knock down Auto Club and replace it with the half mile. Because it's supposed to have the straightaways like Martinsville, but banked corners like Bristol. How the fuck is that going to work? I hope it's like old Bristol. None of that progressive banking bullshit. Let's just make it straight 24 degrees or whatever.
Yeah, Jeff. Tim Peter with a veteran spotter for Kevin Harvick has told him, yes, that is the leader behind you. And I'm wondering, Jeff, what just changes Kevin Harvick's race if he does go?
Life comes at you fast in 2020. Just ask Kevin Harvick.
Completely for Kevin Harvick. So every spot he gets here, critical for Kevin Harvick. And yes, he said the car is going a little bit better direction, but everyone he can pass and put.
And we have a caution. What's the deal?
There's the caution. Kevin Harvick, though, not going to get the free pass.
So Harvick's 1 lap down, doesn't get the free pass. The caution is for Timmy Hill. He's got a flat right rear. And he's hit the wall a little bit. Did that really warrant a caution? I don't even think he hit the wall. Or was that just to keep Harvick from going 2 down and exposing this retarded point system? Jimmy G threw a pick. I'm so surprised, Jeff. Is Jamal Adams playing, Jeff? Because I don't have that game on. Might have it on after the race. I don't know. Depends on how interesting I think Chicago and New Orleans will be compared to Seattle and San Francisco. Matt Kenseth back on the lead lap. Good for him.
So many cars, there are now 6 or 7 points available on his lap, so he can gain a few points if he can improve the handle.
That and they're better cars that are 1 lap down, so they won't get lapped as easily. So Kevin Harvick's pit crew needs to step up.
No Jamal Adams, God, man. I think the Carlos Dunlap trade was good. You guys need to sign Clay Matthews, though. Clay Matthews is a little washed up, but he can still get after your quarterback, and you can just put him in on like an obvious 3rd down passing situation. Somebody needed to sign Clay Matthews just to get after the quarterback. You can make it to the end of the race from here.
James Hall, he said, man, I feel like I've been telling you the same thing all day long. Loose in, tight in the center, loose on exit, but that loose on exit is my biggest problem. We've made it better in the longer run, but we're still giving up too much time to the 9 at the end of the day. Dave?
Leader Chase Elliott said a little miscue on the jack there, going around to this side first, so might be a little bit of a slow stop.
Slow stop for Elliott. Yep, that's going to take the lead away. Bad stop. Really bad stop. 15 seconds and a half. So Logano takes the lead. Truex second, Blaney third, Elliott fourth. Elliott's still in a good spot, but you hate to give up the lead there. At least he's going to start up on the front 2 rows. God damn it. You had to know something was going to happen today. Things were going a little too good for me. It's been a productive day. Just wish my fucking OBS wouldn't act like an ass. This race is brought to you by this. I know it's a long, complicated link, but trust me, it's worth it. If it'll let me post it. Oh, never mind, it won't let me post it. Never mind. You won't get to see what this race is sponsored by. Boo. It was a stupid meme. Watching the Saints and Bears now while I got a moment. Ooh, Alvin Kamara up over the middle, up the field. He is down at the Chicago 26. Good Lord. Alvin Kamara might be the best running back in the league, but the Saints don't use him like a number one back. You know, they do running back by committee primarily.
You're going to leave the pit stall. You're allowed to be over one box before. So you look at Chase. He's not one box, so he tries to clear it by going back to pit wall, touching it, then running around the car. I'll be honest, I've never heard of the ability. I mean, you see the Jackman, he's a stall away. The Jackman's already in the pit box. So I've never heard that you can go back and reset it against pit wall. I mean, the penalty is the penalty. Obviously, the Jackman had a quick reaction that, well, if I go back, maybe they won't call it. He obviously knew he was early. I don't think that's an option. NASCAR will let us know, but they're calling the penalty on the 9 being too early.
Well, Chase Elliott. Over the wall too soon. Well, there goes his shot at a championship. Kevin Harvick's back in the game, baby.
You hear what they say? Sounds like maybe they're okay, and that's why you argue, right, Steve?
Wait a minute, what? Oh, that's not going to go over well. Uh-oh, Twitter's going to blow up. They're not penalizing Elliott. Chase Elliott is staying in the top 5, and he's not getting penalized. That's not going to go over well. That is not going to go. I'm going to read the replies to Bob Pockets' tweets.
And reset himself on pit wall to try to release this penalty. I would have never thought that was an option. I was a pit crew member. I would have never even thought about running back to pit wall. It would have been, oh man, I hope they didn't catch me. It would have been my thing. But if this saves the 9 a penalty, which is we're here from NASCAR, is going to save him a penalty, that is the play of the year for a pit crew member. The play of the year for that Jackman to have enough thought to say, I know I'm early. I'm going back to pit wall. Samke, that is, I'm talking MVP.
That's a rule I didn't know about. Then again, the pit rules are about as sensible as an asshole on your elbow. But yeah, that's going to go over well on Twitter. No penalty on Chase Elliott there.
So now, as they're side by side, the green flag about to come out. The 9 is just below the cut line, 5 spots, but he's been one of the best all day long. No penalty for the 9 team. He keeps his spot.
I've raced a long time, Rick. I've never seen a Jackman reset like that. What a move.
Training and practice. That's what that is. You have to be prepared. He knew the rules. He executed.
Okay, so if you go over the wall too soon, just turn around and jump back over the wall and then come around to service the car, and you'll be fine. Chase still doesn't have the lead. He had to restart 4th. He's running 5th right now, underneath Truex, trying to get to 4th. God, I didn't know. That's new. That is definitely a first. NASCAR's going to need to clarify this after the race. But what about the fucking tire guy and the air gun guys? They didn't go back over the wall. Is it just the Jackman that has to go back over the wall? I don't know. I'm not complaining, but I see why other people are going to freak out. They're going to freak out. If Chase Elliott makes the championship 4, you will never hear the end of this.
Got him in 4th place here. He's got to work his way back up by these guys to get back into the lead of this race. And Truex also is falling back.
Yeah, what the fuck, Truex?
That's a lot of track position this late in this race. To be given
Losing that lead was bad news for Elliott. They're just lucky they didn't have to start in the back. But it's almost just as bad. He's going to have a hard time getting back to the front. I know he's got a better car than Kurt Busch. Blaney's a little closer to what Elliott has. I don't know about Logano. Logano stole the lead on pit road.
These guys got a long way to go, 140 laps or so. Don't know if you really drive the car to its fullest right now. You might want to be ready for another possible long run. So save a little bit of rear tire on corner exit, not giving the throttle.
So here comes Elliott. Looking under Kurt Busch to 3 for 3rd. He's going to take it. And Truex is struggling at the moment. Yeah, he's dropping back from the top 5. He's not losing spots, but they're driving away from him. Chase Elliott's back up to 3rd. We can still do this. We got this. 135 laps to go. And who'd have thought Kevin Harvick and his championship dreams rest on him and Bubba. Whoa! Blaney hit the curb and got into the side of Logano. That's going to be a big run for Elliott over the next lap or so. God, Blaney's putting the bumper to Joey Logano. He hit the curb the last time and run into him, and now he's just up his ass.
That's pretty aggressive for teammates. Well, Joey Logano's he's in. He won. So
yeah, fuck it. Fuck Logano. He won Kansas.
We know that Blaney is out of the playoffs, so neither one really have much to lose but a lot to gain by winning this race. Yeah, clock. Grandfather clock, one of those coming to trophies on the series. You can only get it here.
Elliott gained about 3/10 on him after that clusterfuck. Boy, Keselowski's fast too. Keselowski and Elliott are basically nose to tail catching these guys. Now Blaney sends it into one. Runs Joey a little wide and takes the lead. There you go, Blaney. Ryan Blaney out front now.
So now that Blaney's still there, it's not going to change the points for Kevin Harvick.
Blaney's got some great pace on this car. Been in the top 5 all day long, and now he's got the lead. He's going to drive away from his 22, I believe.
Blaney's going to pull a Harrison Burton.
Up to the back bumper of Joe Logano. Chase Elliott. His center of the corner speed is so fast. Right along with him. Watch right. Look at that. Look at that center of the corner. How he gains on Joey Logano. Frank Keselowski's gotten around Kurt Busch from 4th. Now Kurt's under pressure from Martin Truex Jr. in the 19th car. Chase Elliott knows he has an extremely fast race car. He's got to be smart here. Long way to go. One lap at a time. And with 130 to go, Jeff, I believe everyone that pitted can make it on fuel. So I'm not sure we're going to see that long of a green flag run. It would be the longest of the day, but it's possible. The track's changing a lot too. Lights have come on. Getting dark. Track's cooling down.
That fight still for the transfer.
Man, I don't want Harvick making the Final Four because it'd make it easier for Chase if he makes it. But Chase is going to have to knock Harvick out to make it.
That's the battle in Martinsville.
Harvick and Bubba banging doors. Don't piss Bubba off. He's got anger issues. That dude will just wreck anybody. You piss Bubba Wallace off, he'll fuck you up. That's not necessarily a good thing. But it don't take much to set Bubba off.
At the same time, you can't panic, right? Still, we've seen Martinsville how crazy it gets in the last 50 laps. Anything can happen.
Saints and Bears are trading field goals today. Well, that field goal's no good. 27-yard field goal by the Saints, bonked off the upright.
Martin takes it away from him.
Truex just not showing the speed that he's had all night long.
Truex has nothing right now. Kurt Busch is about to pass him for 6th.
And guys, Kurt Busch is going back a little bit here. He was a little worried about the left front there when Brad Keselowski went
And
off.
Blaney's driving away from Logano, 0.7 of a second now.
The A-OK right now, you can just tell.
And Logano's going to do a fantastic job of holding up Elliott.
Martin Truex Jr. did get around Kurt Busch, and man, it just takes Truex a little
Hey,
bit
Bubba's
to
our
get
best friend right now. That's going to help Chase make it to Phoenix.
But then at the
You
end
junk
of
Kevin
the
Harvick, and Harvick loses those 5 points. We could still make it on points.
7.5 behind Chase Elliott. That's all the time that Truex gave up. They commented earlier, hey, I feel like heads up, Truex said, we're as good as a 9. But when we're going through traffic.
There's Bubba and Harvick again.
And check that out, Rick. The battle continues for the free pass. Harvick got around Bubba Wallace, but Bubba fighting back.
Okay, well, Harvick cleared Bubba off of 4 there.
Way up the racetrack.
Wow.
Turns 1 and 2. That opened the door for Kevin Harvick to get past him. Now he's trying to hang on.
Okay, he can put that behind him.
Was on the inside of the 47 and Stenhouse and lost the back of his car, got up the track into the door of the 47 car. Harvick squeezed by those guys. Beating and banging. That was a hard shot that the 43 had with the 47. Watch it.
God, Bubba just fucking killed Stenhouse.
Bam, bam.
And that let Harvick get by both of them.
Down into the corner.
What the fuck, Bubba?
Good thing Stenhouse was very spun out.
Harvick needs a caution now. To get back
Bubba
on
did what I do in NASCAR heat when I'm desperate. I just drive in and use the fuck out of the other guy to make the corner. Don't wreck him. You know, just make sure you stop on him.
Chase Elliott running third, lost some time on pit road with a slow pit stop, but it could have been much, much worse. It could have been a penalty. The Jack
I'm still confused by this penalty, or no penalty. I'm going to go back to Twitter now and see the conspiracy theories. Okay, so if you guys want proof that this is actually a rule, Bob Pockers just posted this. Here's the explanation for the Chase Elliott rule. I posted it there and I'll read it. Crew members' feet and or pit equipment must not touch the pit road surface before the vehicle is 1 pit box away from its assigned pit box or the equivalent marked distance. Should a crew member's feet prematurely touch the pit road surface prior to servicing the vehicle, said crew members can re-establish their position back to or behind service wall prior to servicing the car. So the jack did not touch the ground, and neither did the tires from the tire changer, and then the jack man jumped back over the wall. Huh. The rule says to or behind. There's people going, well, he didn't go back over the wall. And somebody said, well, he went back to the wall. I didn't know we had more football lingo. He's got to reestablish. He must reestablish that he's in bounds or it's a penalty. I love NASCAR. Non-stop entertainment with shit like that, buddy. I tell you. You son of a bitch, I tell you. Nick Foles going deep. He's got a man. Caught down to the New Orleans 24. Good throw, Foles. I know I was shitting all over him earlier, but that was a nice throw. Throws a pretty deep ball. Always has. Can't take that away from him. Just like Joe Flacco throws a beautiful deep ball. So does Nick Foles. That was pretty. The Bears. If this game stays low scoring like it is, that definitely favors Chicago, because I don't think New Orleans has a defense built for low scoring battles in cold weather, you know. Oh yeah, Twitter is amazing. That's the internet in general. I'm very lucky. I have not attracted such an audience to my streams yet, but I'm not big enough yet. We still have cool people here. If I ever made it big, I'd probably have to use that block button for the first time.
Was second here in June. He runs well at this racetrack. He's out front. Joey Logano running second. Chase Elliott, who's had the best car here today.
Elliott still third. Keselowski right on his tail. Logano's got a second gap on him. The field's getting stretched out. This is not what we need. We need a caution. Or Harvick to lose 6 more spots. That's what we need.
The other thing is he understands the way this track changes as the temperature changes, the swings that it takes.
Oh, touchdown. Deep throw to Allen Robinson. That's a touchdown. I'd say he held on to that. Allen Robinson's a beast. Okay, old Foles. Foles heard me talking shit, and he made 2 fantastic throws on this drive. Advantage Bears. Advantage Foles. Shut me up in a hurry. 10-3.
That changes everything for Kevin Harvick. So the 9, the 88, the 19, or the 1, if they can get up there.
Keselowski might actually make the pass on Elliott here. I think he's faster right now.
The 19 is 5th. Kurt Busch is running 6th. Alex Bowman is 7th.
Great battle right here. Brad Keselowski is trying to find a way around this 9 car. Chase Elliott.
Yep, he's going to make this pass. We need a caution. And a pit stop where the jackman does have to turn around and run back to the fucking wall.
I feel like these Penske cars, though, as the sun is going down, Penske cars have gotten better. Chase will not be able to block this. Going to have to use that outside lane and try to make it work again. Brad using a little more racetrack that time.
I think if you're Elliott, you just got to punt here and let Brad go and hope you get a caution.
Yeah, first time he went through there,
Or that Brad's car comes back to you over the course of this run. I don't think you can sit here and race him hard on the outside like that, because if this race stays green, you're not going to have anything left. So we just got to hope for a caution. Blaney, Logano, Elliott, Keselowski, Truex, the top 5. I don't have the leaderboard for you, so I'll actually tell you. Ryan Blaney has a 2.5 lead on Joey Logano. And Elliott and Keselowski are side by side for 3rd.
Easily pass this guy, but if you're on the bottom though, you're still turning the steering wheel on corner exit. You can't get the gas when you're turning the steering wheel to finish the corner. And this outside lane did this a little bit in the spring race as well. See, Brad keeps getting higher and higher. and if you get that fender ahead,
it's a bad idea, Chase. Like I said. Oh, we got a caution. I think, come on, throw the yellow. The 53's slow. And he missed pit entrance. James Davis in the 53. Come on, throw the goddamn yellow. Says he has no power. Caution's out. Yes. And Kevin Harvick, free pass. Chase Elliott, I think, stayed in front of Keselowski for 3rd. Yes, sir. Now let's pit.
But I think as a car with 100 laps to go, they can still get more points.
So James Davison, 34-year-old from Australia, brings out the caution here at Martinsville.
I wonder what he thinks about racing at Martinsville. It's so much fun. Guys come over and try something like this. This is such a unique experience. Well, he's got some power now, so he's been able to switch it up, reboot the system.
This caution right here, Kevin Harvick has been trying for 200 laps to get his lap back.
Is it lucky dog? I think so. Yeah, that's one.
I think he's actually got it.
The lucky dog. Who still calls it the lucky dog?
Lugging the car down the straightaway. 53 at Davis.
Won't last long.
It's going to use a starter to get there. Marty.
Well, you guys think there would have been a big celebration? Kevin Harvick finally getting back on the lead lap. You heard the entirety of the celebration. That was it. Championship team.
Well, of course there ain't going to be a big celebration. They're still fucking 25th or whatever.
Finally come to life. Just needed to turn a little bit more, but by far, that's the best we've been all day. Now Harvick back on the lead lap, back in the game.
So basically, Rick, the way I look at it is without a new winner, the 4, it's kind of a points battle for the 4 between him and the 11 and other guys. With a new winner, if the 9 can get up there or the 19 can get up there, then it really gets tight between the 4 and the 11.
We got to have a badass pit stop here, 9 guys.
Drove up, but that whole run right there was just mediocre for the 11 car. He did not have the speed he had earlier. You've heard the comments from Dave about cooling, the lights coming on.
Yeah, you could afford to loosen up now. Sun's going down, lights are on, track's cooler, and it's already cool outside anyway. Oh my God, Drew Brees threw a ball further than 10 yards down the field that was accurate.
99 to go. You got a couple sets of tires still on pit road, so you're going to come down and get some new tires. But your crew, they've got to be good. They've got to be on point right now. Marty.
Real quick before pit road.
98 to go.
You are correct. Hamlin went nowhere on that run. He was not happy with Eric Jones, his teammate, and not happy with.
He's not your teammate after next week, Denny. Denny's 17 points to the good, barring disaster.
And Chris Gabehart said something interesting. See, he said we had to switch date codes on the right side tires. We didn't have a choice. We'll do that for the rest of the race. He said, I think that's the biggest thing that you were struggling with. Maybe you can explain that.
Well, so basically, Goodyear puts a lot of information on the tires. They're all the same tire, but date is basically, hey, was it made in March? Was it made in April? Was it made in June? All these different things that the teams measure and record. And not that they're good or bad, but if you do go from, say, something that was made in a different month, it may have just a little different grip characteristic, could change your bounce. You gotta remember, these guys are working in such small windows. It doesn't take very much difference in grip.
How is that not pass interference? That fucking ref blind? Oh, wait, it's the Saints. Dude obviously got interfered with by Fuller. Look, oh my God, that's face guarding like a motherfucker.
To continue on, had to have one of the tow trucks here get him back to pit road. That is why.
That's got to be face guarding. They didn't call it though, and good, because fuck New Orleans. Everybody on pit road.
Kurt Busch in the sixth position. The team asks him to move a foot to the right in the box so they don't have to double pump on the left. They're going to tighten up that one car as they believe the track is loosening up as we go into the nighttime here to cooler temperatures, Marty.
Boy, the pressure on the crews, 97 to go. Martin Truex Jr. said, man, the car just never turned that run. I don't know what happened. Clearly, it's getting much different out here. And then he said towards the end of the run, got way too free for the 19, Dave.
Time for the 12 team to shine for their driver. Can they get Ryan Blaney off the pit road first? The 19th crew already has shown. Tyler Simke, the jackman, cleanly off the wall that time, down to the right side. He'll get to the left side as well. 4 tires going on.
Another shitty stop for the 9 crew. Logano, Blaney, Keselowski, Truex, Kyle Busch, Boyer, Almirola, Byron, Kurt Busch. Oh, there's Elliott. Chase Elliott's out of the top 10. Well, that's that. Harvick's on the lead lap, and Elliott's never going to get that track position back. So, GG. It was fun to think that he had a shot today. Because now he's fucked. There's only going to be like 90 laps to go. Doesn't matter how many cautions you get now. He's fucked. I want to stay up all night and play video games on my new TV. Because that shit I looked at a little while ago when I turned the TV on looked pretty damn sweet.
It mentioned the crews can't make a mistake.
Uh-oh.
It's too important, this track position. Well, the driver can't make a mistake either.
Brad Keselowski.
Brad Keselowski speeding on.
Woo! Okay, that's good news for Chase. Brad Keselowski too fast exiting to the rear. That helps Chase a little bit.
Walks leading, so the crew chief says it's after our pit stall. Leaving pit road is where the penalty was, so a huge penalty for the 2. So here is the 2 right here in his pit box. And watching him accelerate, leaving right here, you know, in Martinsville, you have so much grip and so much gear that I didn't think you could speed in that section, but clearly you can. And this right here, another slow stop for Chase Elliott. Look at the left rear. A lot of struggle trying to get the lug nuts off. The left front's already been changed. Left rear just now coming off. You mentioned it going the way to break how he had.
That's good news for Chase. It'd be really good news if we didn't lose about 12 goddamn spots on pit road.
Top 10 is going to restart like in the 9th position with the penalty on Brad Keselowski. So
fuck.
a lot of mistakes. We talked about it. No mistakes.
That'd be really good if we were still that close to the front.
Down the stretch.
An opportunity at the front of the pack. Martin Truex Jr. need to win this race.
Truex, Logano. Oh no, Truex, Logano at Martinsville. What's the worst that could happen? Green flag.
Good launch by Martin.
Great launch by Truex on that outside. Hell, he might clear Logano now. Nope, Logano hit the gas. Oh, Truex is clear to the lead. Okay, Harvick's in trouble again.
Restart.
That was impressive.
Remember, it was this racetrack where it was the 22 and the 19.
And Brad's in big trouble.
And Logano,
Truex is taking off. It's like the start of the race.
He may have won the battle. He's not going to win the war. Well, right now.
I don't want Truex to make the Final Four. Especially because Harvick's still going to make it anyway. As of now.
Kevin Harvick.
We're going to need a lot of cautions to even have a shot at getting back in this.
Waiting back in the third position as it goes by the 18 car, Kyle Busch. Kyle fighting on the outside is going to maintain his position in front of.
Hey, there's Kyle Busch in fourth.
Down into turn 3.
Never thought I'd be watching a playoff race this late in the year where I paid no attention to Kyle Busch.
Still these Penske cars, we talked about it. Lights have come on, track's gotten cooler. It seems like they've gotten much better. Martin Truex Jr. with this lead still has a ton of work to do in those fast cars behind him.
Two Penske cars lined up. Enjoy Logano and Ryan Blaney. And then it's Kyle Busch. That 18. Running back in the fourth spot, Alex Bowman, also in a must-win situation, is fifth.
So the 4 car of Harvick is in the points. And the 2 is out, and they are together on the racetrack now trying to battle through traffic. They're coming through traffic like a cannonball.
Harvick and Keselowski are nose to tail, tearing through this traffic. Harvick 7 to the good, Brad 7 out.
In front of Harvick, you're going to find 6 more positions.
And you got 87 laps to do it in. Speeding on pit road could determine if Brad Keselowski makes it in the championship 4 or not.
We talked about this choose rule and how it's changed racing. Martin Truex Jr. had the opportunity to pick the outside, but Blaney chose the inside. Went to the outside.
That was a Herculean restart there that got Truex the lead.
From the 22. Now he's got great forward momentum. Clear Shoei Logano. Now he has the lead. That's everything he needed. Pit crew did a nice job, got him that spot. He took the gamble, took the outside, and then Marty, he made it work.
And Jeff, you know what's funny is right before that choose cone, Martin Truex Jr. told his spotter Clayton Hughes, I don't want to take the outside if I don't have to. And Hughes,
Well, hell, he made it work.
Only if you can go to the front row, go to the outside. And you know what? It worked out. He wound up getting the lead from the lane. He didn't want to be in. Top of your screen, Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski battling it out further back in the field. 18th and 19th.
Harvick is only 4 points to the good now. Brad is 4 out. Elliott 12 out.
Brad Keselowski now it's +4. Keselowski has gotten around Harvick and is driving away from Harvick. So that's going to be something we're going to have to watch.
Chase is in 6th place right now. About 2.5 seconds off the lead. Blaney gets by Logano for second. That's good news.
The battle for second place. 12 car to 22. Ryan Blaney continuing to make up ground after losing some spots on pit road. Came in as the leader of the race. Now can he run down Truex? It's the best thing he could do for his teammate, right? He could take Truex out of the lead. That's the best thing he can do for Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, that will reset as far as a driver that's not below the cut line up front. Reset those points, and that would put Keselowski back up into the championship 4, as well as Harvick.
Harvick only 3 to the good now.
Trying to make the pass on that 18.
Boyer's under Kyle Busch for 4th, and Chase is going to follow him through if Boyer's able to make this pass.
Working traffic, doing a nice job.
Chase is doing a really good job, back in the top 5 now. Okay. Yeah, we're not done yet, but we'll probably still need a caution.
Chase Elliott, 12 points back. Only 2 points separating now. Harvick and Keselowski.
The pit crew has not put him in a good position these last 2 stops.
It's proven that it's good. I know he went to the back, but he's moving up. The form isn't awful. It's kind of staying with him.
Paint scheme on that 14 of Clint Boyer. Thank you, fans. He has all his sponsors that he's had really throughout his racing career on that paint scheme. For Clint Boyer, this is second to last race in the Cup Series as he will move on to the Fox broadcast booth for 2021.
He's got a very fast Chase Elliott and a very hungry Chase Elliott behind him.
Not any longer. He's beside him. Here comes Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott to 4th. Yay.
I think it's best
Putting ourselves in position to hopefully not get fucked on pit road if there's another caution.
to mess around for long. Truex just a little bit quicker right now on the lap tracker. Got Ryan Blaney in second place. Truex starting to go through some traffic.
Harvick only 2 points to the good.
A guy like Chase Elliott is to see our leader have some problems getting through this traffic. Close that gap up a little bit.
And there's Harvick and Matt Kenseth again.
Chase Elliott's got the fastest car on the racetrack, but he's just got such ground to gain.
Right now, Kevin Harvick running in 18th spot. Listen to his radio.
I just got to keep up with the 2, that's what
Harvick 3 points up now.
So Harvick, his goal now is to stay in sight of the 2. Mark Truex Jr., he's got to win. He's up front here at Martinsville as we go NASCAR nonstop.
Cool. Just really waiting for another caution. Got the one I thought was going to help us, but had another shitty pit stop. Now we got to wait for another. $72 laps to go. Man, I want to play Spider-Man on my PS4 on my new TV, but I'm waiting until the PS5 comes out and play the remake. I actually deleted Spider-Man off my PS4 so I could make room and re-download Battlefront, because I was like, oh, well, Spider-Man's going to be on PS5 with the new Spider-Man game as well. So I'm just going to wait another 2 weeks. I don't know if I'll get my PS5 on day one. I'm going to try, but who knows? I'll have to be at Walmart as soon as they open to see. It's going to be funny when I show up and there's like 30 other guys there with the same intentions as me. You got any PS5s? That's what I'm going to have to do. And I ain't working that day. I already let that be known. It's like Thursday, November 12th, you ain't going to see my ass at work. You know, I hate the Bears because I think they're overrated, but at the same time, I love that they beat Tampa Bay, and I love that they're taking it to the Saints right now. Truex just cruising. Come on, let's get a caution. We need a caution. Everybody do your fucking good luck caution dance if you have one. I don't have one. I'm looking to learn one, though, because I'd love to get a caution right now.
Mark Truex Jr. has a 1.4-second lead over Ryan Blaney. Mark Truex Jr. needs to win if he wants to be a part of the championship 4. Points, though. Right now, if you look at Denny Hamlin, he's plus 13. Kevin Harvick, right even now with Brad Keselowski as they run on the racetrack. And Chase Elliott is 10 points back.
Chase Elliott got by Logano there.
6 in the point standings. Dave?
That's good news.
So let's talk about Chase Elliott. 2 bad pit stops in a row for different reasons. One was corrected, one was not, and it has hurt this 9 car. So the question remains, do you want another pit stop? One fresh...
I want another pit stop. That's what we're going to need.
You may have to come down to use it, or they may go green to the end, Marty.
Denny Hamlin happier with the car, sitting in
Got one set of tires left, pretty much everybody.
Chris Gabehart told him
Big run for the Bears. There goes Montgomery. I think he's going to get tackled there. Yes, by Marcus Williams, but he got down to the Saints 14. Go Bears.
Brad Keselowski in that 2-car restarted 22nd all the way up to 13. This week he tweeted about loving the grind. He has loved this racing grind, and now he's
Logano putting the pressure on Elliott, about to take the spot back.
Kevin Harvick needs 1 point, and guess who he has to pass?
Wow, Harvick and Keselowski are tied. Harvick and Keselowski are tied. Chase Elliott's third. The only guy in the field that I can see with 2 sets of tires left is Almirola. They just showed a little graphic that showed what tires everybody has left. Everybody has 1, but Almirola in 9th has 2. Remember that. Now Brad Keselowski's 1 point ahead of Harvick, because Harvick can't get by Ryan Newman. What a surprise, Ryan Newman. But that's for position, so you can't hate on Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman, who was the winner of the most retarded Martinsville race in history, 2012. Never forget. Thank you, David Ruderman.
Here's a 2-car trying to get around the 21. Dive down into turn 3. I think that the 21 let him have that one, and that was the difference right now. But I think he continues to drive to the back. This is a big problem for Harvick. Big wreck in the middle of 3.
Oh, whoa, big wreck.
William Byron has made a huge contact. The back of his car shortened up dramatically.
So the caution has come out. 12th caution of the night.
William Byron.
That's
William
about as
Byron.
hard as you hit at Martinsville.
Yeah, William Byron was running in the 14th spot when he backed it into the wall.
Fluid running out. I don't know if that's fuel or oil.
It's running, I believe that's oil.
Yep. You see on the left-hand side, 1 set remaining for everybody except for Newman, Ty Dillon.
Well, that's the caution we needed. I hate it for William Byron, but thank you. Good teammate.
Albert also has 2 sets with 59 to go. Could be an advantage if we run like, say, 20 laps and get a yellow.
Ryan Newman has no sets of tires. He's going to have to stay out.
See William Byron out, surveying the damage.
I think Ryan Newman and Ty Dillon are going to be up front. Actually, I think Ty Dillon's lapped down, but Ryan Newman's got to stay out, old boy.
William Byron will have a new crew chief in 2021.
If you're in second, pick the outside lane. Everybody's coming to pit road that has tires left. Unless they got a set of scuffs to put on Newman.
Parker.
It was a minute debate.
Yeah, Newman's coming down.
Use this set of tires. You can see 22 Julie Bell at the top of your screen there. They decided to come down and get the 4 tires just a little too tight, Marty.
Since Mike Hicks moved to the rear of the 19, they have been the best on pit road in the playoffs, and he needs them more now than ever. They gained him 1 spot on pit road last time. Truex said the car is better. Can the crew deliver, Dave?
Chase Elliott from 10th to 3rd on that run. Now it is up to the crew here as well. Let's see if they can get the left side tires off cleanly this time. A little slow on the left front there. Will Chase gain? Doesn't look like it.
Okay. Truex, Logano, Elliott 3rd. That's okay. We maintained. We're 3rd. We've got a shot. We have a shot. Back in the game. We're going to restart right behind him.
2 spots on pit road.
One moment. Gonna have about 54 laps to go whenever they restart. 54, 55, something like that. We're 3rd. I say we're. I'm in full-on fan mode right now. I want to see a driver I really like win a championship for once.
Everyone that came down and
Predictions?
90 down the laps. 56 to go here from Martinsville. The reason for the caution was 24 of William Byron. Take a look at this.
Okay, end of your screen right here. Turn down in the corner. You're going to see
William Byron had a
back
flat.
car.
Backed it into the wall.
Lost the left rear tire, right rear tire, flat tire, or brake issue. Typically is what we're seeing down here in turn 3 with contact like that. Shortens up the back end of that car. And hey, they had some speedy dry left over. I thought they might have used it all up.
They're reusing that. And I had mentioned earlier, Ruby Fugel will be on top of the pit box for the 24 of William Byron. I guess one of the other big stories is that his over-the-wall crew had COVID-19. So they were not a part of the race on Wednesday at Texas. And once again, not here tonight as far as the normal crew. Over-the-wall crew not able to be here for that team tonight. Obviously, a short ending there. For
The Bears are in the red zone at the 2-minute warning of the first half.
So now Martin Truex Jr. Is up front.
I like to see it, just because of who they're playing.
Corey LaJoy actually stayed out.
Yeah, so he showed the tire sets remaining. Corey LaJoy had no new tires, so I believe that's the reason he stayed on the racetrack. No new tires were put on. I thought he might have a set of scuffs, but apparently not.
Steve, if he stays on the racetrack as the leader, that's going to really mix up this lineup. Wherever he goes, I think most drivers will go the opposite lane, Parker.
And as for Kurt Busch, who's all the way back to 13th now after that set of stops.
I've been at work every day with Somebody Get Me a Doctor by Van Halen stuck in my head. I love Van Halen, but when I get the same song stuck in my head, it gets annoying after a while, but I can't stop listening to the song. It was Somebody Get Me a Doctor and Ice Cream Man. I can't stop thinking about those songs.
Sorry, you guys, fourth spot right now for the 9 of Chase Elliott. He got that last set of tires as well, and his crew gave him a clean stop on and off of pit road, and Chase has driven to the front a couple of different times today. The 9 car has been very good. Chase has been very on behind the wheel. Now he's got a few laps left in this race to see if he can make it happen, Marty.
Dave, 54 laps to go, and James Small right behind me put it very simply to Martin Truex Jr. He said, "This is it. This is our season. This is your
This
shot
is
to
it."
make to the championship 4."
Michael Jackson, this
Yes,
is
we're
it.
not happy that Corey LaJoie, the 32, stayed out because
Just don't
they feel
overdose on
obviously it takes
pills.
away their choice of what lane they could pick. So now they're
So,
going to
if
go
you're rooting for integrity of the sport, you want Kevin Harvick to make it. But if you're rooting for Elliott like me, fuck Kevin Harvick.
He's led 121 laps. His only path to Phoenix for a championship 4 is win. But they also know Chase Elliott right behind him. That's his only path as well. This is going to be a dogfight.
I'm going to get pissed off by the end of this race, ain't I?
3 consecutive wins at this racetrack. He won the last 2 Martinsville races.
Sure, with another great car tonight. I can see the frustration when the 32 stayed out, but Jeff, I think, I don't know, I almost look at it as an
So,
advantage. I would've-
Corey LaJoie is going to be the leader because he stayed out.
Used tires next to him. You should almost guarantee him being the leader at the turn 1, or am I looking at that wrong?
No, I think you're exactly right. I think it's the best.
Corey,
case scenario.
why?
There's really no way that anybody should enter side by side.
You know, if Truex and Logano picked that high line behind Corey, or to get to the outside of Corey, Chase used to go to the bottom and just root Corey out of the way and take this fucking lead.
Restart the race. But the tires on the 19 car are so
All right,
much
choose your
better.
lane. Corey to the inside, Truex outside, Logano outside. Elliott, there you go. I know he's going to be behind Corey, but he's going to be on that inside line. You can root his ass out of the way in a hurry and get gone, son.
Take advantage of him, and also entering the corner. We saw Truex beat the 22.
So I hope that's what happens.
Restart before this. I feel pretty good about it. Martin's shot of being the leader clear.
I think Truex will easily take the lead here.
Is going to restart behind.
He beat Logano from the outside. Corey LaJoie has no chance, especially on old tires.
3 wide into turn 1. Get a great launch and put them 3 wide into turn 1. That's Chase Elliott's shot. Because if he does it and he's slow all the way through 1 and 2, that outside lane is going to just roll by them.
Yeah, Chase has to get around 32 some way, somehow, in this first corner, or down the back straightaway.
51 laps. May God have mercy on your souls. I hate that I'm so invested. Corey launched. Woo, Corey. Chase could have never got to his inside. Truex is just to his quarter panel on the outside. That was a hell of a start by Corey. He is not going to hold on to this, but he made a fucking go of it, man.
Corey LaJoie into turn 3. LaJoie up the racetrack a little bit. This is
No contact yet. Here's Elliott.
Elliott 3 wide with LaJoie and Logano.
Corey backs out.
Corey in the middle. Chase through to second. Nice.
Up to second. Joey Logano is third.
Chase Elliott second. Truex out to the lead. Let's see what we got. 50 laps to go. And Corey is just, wow. He just got punted out of the way by Blaney. Yeah. Okay, that was cleaner than I thought it was going to be. I thought that was a recipe for disaster.
Guys who have to win. Mark Truex Jr., Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, all in the top.
Harvick 6 points ahead of Keselowski.
The cut line, if one of those drivers do win, down to 4 points.
And they're nose to tail. We're going to do that thing where, like we're watching the dual race at Daytona. Who's going to make it? Let's watch mid-pack. Harvick's 3 wide in the middle between Custer and LaJoie. And Elliott is catching Truex. Elliott is he's there. He gives Truex a little nudge in 47 laps to go.
Cannot blame LaJoie for trying to make something happen right there on old tires.
Remember Darlington, you fuck. Truex cost me $20. I remember Darlington. Elliott peeking, going to 1. Trying to get Truex loose off of 2.
They're fighting for the lead. Whichever one is not up front, they will be below the cut line.
Chase high again in the corner.
Chase is running that weird line like we talked about earlier. 45 laps to go. He is there to the inside of Truex. Inside. Truex gets a great run off the corner. They make a little bit of contact. Truex keeps the lead. He's clear for now. Remember Darlington? I'd be shouting in Chase's ear. Remember Darlington? He wouldn't want me to be a spotter. I would say Darlington every lap. Little bump and run, little nudge. Elliott's back under Truex, down the back, going to 3. Sends it. What a drive into the corner. And Elliott takes the lead, son. 43 laps to go. Woo! Yes! Let's do it. Stay green, for the love of God, stay green. You know what? I'm actually going to get the leaderboard up on my computer so I can see ahead in time if there's a caution. So it doesn't surprise me. Because you know how the leaderboard's always ahead of the stream app. So to give myself plenty of warning if there's going to be a caution, I'm looking at the leaderboard right now as well. And Keselowski and Harvick are 1 point apart. Harvick's 1 point ahead. Hamlin's only 10 ahead now. If Hamlin didn't win stage 1 earlier, he'd be right there with Harvick and Keselowski. He'd be in the same boat. They'd be like a 3-way tie for 3rd.
Martin Truex Jr., we talked about how important these pit crews are. He said to have a vibration like the right front.
Truex says he's got a vibration.
As much as he can. 41 to go. James Hall saying right now, just keep it posted as you bet. And Truex saying right now it's getting worse. Here you go, one turn. Feels like the right front is loose on the 19.
Truex thinks he's got a right front. Well, don't let that fucker come off and bring out a caution, you dick. Not that it matters. Nobody has any sets of tires left. You can't pit anymore. We're out of tires. Everybody is, except Eric Almirola.
Talked about that battle back in the field with Keselowski and Harvick.
But I don't want to restart. I want Chase to just get out to a nice lead here.
He just ships the 20 of Eric Jones getting into turn 3.
Oh yeah, we on a mission. We came to win. We want to win.
What would you do for a championship? We're seeing it right now out of these drivers.
About as much as I'd do for a Klondike bar, Rick Allen. That's what I do for a championship.
Hey, just a reminder, this guy's locked in. They keep using the right to the spare second. We're done playing nice.
There you have it.
The only caution I want is if Bowman spins out Logano.
We're done playing nice. Now with 38 laps to go, 37 laps to go, everyone's done playing nice.
88's been on the back bumper here. You see it.
You're going to have 1, 2, 3, Elliott, Truex, Bowman, guys who must win. Because I'm pretty sure he's going to get by. Oh, nope, he left the bottom open in 3. I thought Blaney was going to send it in.
Ryan Blaney's on his back bumper, Dad.
And when I talked to Greg Ives, Alex Bowman's crew chief this morning, he said one of the things we have going for us today is we don't have a lot of enemies out there. To your point, Junior, he doesn't run up a lot of other drivers. Well, now's the time. Now's the time maybe to be evil Alex on this house.
Evil Alex.
And take something away.
Not anxiety, Alex. Evil Alex.
The 2, Brad Keselowski, he's 2 points in front of him. He's 1 point below. He has to keep going because the 4 of Harvick is
Keselowski 1 point ahead of Harvick.
So here comes the 2.
He's trying to pass Hamlin and Boyer.
2 wide in front of him. How aggressive will he be? We already saw the contact with the 20. Harvick clear, Eric Jones behind him.
And so as the 2 clears the 11, they're going to stay at 1 point.
So if you look in front of the 4, 15 car lengths to the next spot in the 21. The 21's going to want to outrun the 4 to help his, corporate teammate, Brad Keselowski. Now Brad is behind.
Harvick's way behind the next car. He's 13th, and DiBenedetto's about 8 car lengths ahead. So Brad just has to pass another car, actually 2 more cars. Chase is gone. He's got a 1.8 second lead, and it's getting bigger. I'm just terrified something bad's going to happen, which tends to happen when Elliott's out front at Martinsville or anywhere. Coca-Cola 600. Truex says he thinks he's going to have to pit soon. That would hand second to Logano, 2.5 back from Elliott.
Oh, you gotta feel for a guy right there. You got loose wheel. It's gonna come off the car and it's gonna be bad. Harvick's gonna try to stay on the track. Goodness, it's gotta be horrible for him to pit in this situation. You see it wobbling. You heard him say, "I'm sorry." There's nothing he can do about it, but as a driver, you wish it was, and you're terrified that you're going to come in there and they're going to say nothing was wrong.
Well, he's trying to hold out.
Mark Truex Jr., who's running second right now.
I don't blame him.
Potentially a loose wheel on the right front.
Logano all over Truex with Blaney right behind him.
And he's going to stay on the racetrack, take another lap. Huge risks. He's putting himself in.
He's going to fuck us over if that fucking right wheel comes really loose. Can you just pit already? You're not going to win. Logano just passed you. Blaney's passing you. Bowman's passing you. Just pit. Kevin Harvick and Keselowski are tied for points, but Harvick has the tiebreaker right now. I think tiebreaker's best finish in this round, and I'm pretty sure that's what Harvick has on him.
Now, Brad Keselowski trying to get by the 18. These two don't get along off the track.
No, they don't. That's an understatement.
Will make a gentlemanly pass on the 18 of Kyle Busch. Kyle right back after him.
There's that 1 point.
And now Keselowski's 1 point ahead. And Harvick is closing in on Hamlin and DiBenedetto to get that point back.
Harvick is caught up to the 11.
Another car that's struggling is Denny Hamlin. Only 4 points to the good right now. If I'm Denny Hamlin, I'd fight Kevin Harvick very hard.
Hell yeah, Truex is coming to pit road. And like they just said, if I'm Denny Hamlin, I ain't giving Kevin Harvick shit. I'm going to be as hard to pass as Ryan Newman. I want to drive like Ryan Newman and Dale Earnhardt combined. I'm just going to be a pain in the ass. He might not have a choice, though. Hell, Denny Hamlin's only 4 points ahead now. Jesus, man.
Harvick trying to get by. This one only look like Denny is. He's only 4 points to the good right now, and he is struggling.
Stop noticing what I noticed, Jeff Burton.
Get eliminated from the championship for Marty.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin could be in danger here as well. There was an interesting conversation on Channel 2 that Kevin Harvick does not hear between veteran spotter Tim Fedewa and Rodney Childers. He said, we're one out. Do you want to tell him? And Rodney said, no, let him race right now. So they're going to let Kevin Harvick
Harvick underneath Hamlin. That's going to put him back in a tie with Keselowski, and he's got the tiebreaker. Keselowski passing Kurt Busch.
Back in the championship four.
What do you think about that? I think Kevin Harvick, the driver he is,
Keselowski's in the top 5, catching Bowman for 4th. Elliott's got a 4.5 second lead.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dan. I mean, obviously, Rodney and Kevin have a great relationship, and they have success, so we have to trust what Rodney's doing. But I know if it was you and I would tell you, I would want you to know. I know you're doing all you can, but give you every bit of information I have.
I'd want to know. I'd want to know what my situation is.
So Keselowski still one up on Harvick. Harvick was able to get by the
I might miss your comments because I've got this leaderboard up to see if a caution pops out. 20 laps to go. I'm dying over here.
To the 21 car. Been about the same for them two over the last several circuits. Who has a better car on the long run? They both have opportunities in front of them.
Keselowski's still 1 point ahead of Harvick.
I just don't know that Kevin's going to be able to pull this off.
Your guess is as good as anybody's as to who's going to win that championship next week. It might be the best, most entertaining Final Four of all time. Touchdown Saints, come on. 3 seconds to go in the half. And Jared Cook's wide open. Boo. Anyway, I'm doing anything to distract me from worrying about Chase.
A must-win situation. He's gone out. He's done exactly what he's had to do, even after his pit crew had some issues.
Yeah, I go back to that pit crew. That Jackman, they went back and touched pit wall. That move has given the 9 this opportunity.
Man, I'd almost forgot about that stupid pit road shit until they brought it up again. You're never going to hear the end of it this week if Chase wins this race.
We're Also looking forward to
If he wins the championship, you'll hear about it for the next 30 years. I promise you that.
There'll be driver interviews there, and obviously you'll have disappointment after what's happening today, but elation if the 9 could stay out.
Keselowski nudging the 88. He needs the spot. Dear Lord, baby Jesus, I need 15 green flag laps.
That's going to move the 2 in front of the 11 in points if it can happen. You see the battle.
And now Denny Hamlin is only 2 points in. Oh my God.
He is trying to take this position, Marty. I'll be shocked, Marty, if the 20 goes around the 11.
Well, and remember, Eric Jones is not invited back to Joe Gibbs Racing for 2021. He was told to move elsewhere. He'll move on to Richard Petty Motorsports and be in the 34 car. And Denny Hamlin is not happy with the way Eric Jones is racing him. He's saying, come on, cut me a break.
No, fuck you. I'm not your teammate anymore. I got 7 more days as your teammate. We're done. I'm just pretending to be Eric Jones there.
So, Steve, you said last week you weren't a nice guy. Well, I'm going to say I'm not going to be a nice guy this week because if they fired me, why do I care? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're out here for the best position you can get.
Eric's had a few opportunities and good runs on the corner exit to go to the inside of Denny and just hasn't chosen to do that. So I think he understands the situation Denny's in. Harvick has closed in on the back corner of the 21 car for another position. Keselowski, there you see it at the bottom of the screen, has not been able to pass Alex. Keselowski's used that car up, as we know, coming through the field. Does he have enough tires left?
The thing that Hamlin has an advantage of, though, there's really nobody behind him. Even if Eric Jones gets by him, there's no pressure from behind right now.
We're looking at 3 of the final 4 from last year are going to miss it. Harvick might miss it, Truex is going to miss it, and Kyle Busch has been out.
We don't show the leader, Chase Elliott, because he's driven out to almost the exact second lead. 5.5 comes in here in a must-win and has, at this point, with 11 to go, laid the gauntlet down. So here I go, and what an impressive drive by the 9. We don't show it because he has a huge lead. It comes down to this points battle as long as something crazy doesn't happen to the 9. Brad Keselowski again into the back bumper, the 88. And Alex Baldwin.
Brad needs that spot. Brad's going to put himself in a tie for 3rd with Hamlin with this pass.
He knows the desperation for the 2. He doesn't try to block.
2 points.
We're in single digits. 9 laps to go.
That's a position for Brad. Then there's a long way. Probably about 15 car lengths, 20 car lengths to the 22 Logano for Brad. There's Kevin Harvick.
Hey, if Logano's a good teammate, he'll pull over and give it to him.
Trying to get by a 21 car, Matt DiBenedetto.
Chase Elliott, what a run. He's out front. 228 laps led, 8 to go here. A huge lead. Comes into this race. Must-win situation. He's doing everything he has to do to advance to the championship 4. And one of the strongest competitors all year may be eliminated.
Harvick is 2 points out with 7 laps to go. Keselowski and Hamlin are both only 2 points ahead.
7 laps to go. My gosh.
Harvick moving to Benedetto up, Harvick cannot get the power down off the corner. He has no rear grip. He made the bump on DiBenedetto for the spot. Is Harvick going to do something stupid and make a caution? Harvick only 1 point out now. He made the pass on DiBenedetto. Hamlin and Keselowski only 1 out or 1 ahead. 5 laps to go. Harvick's car is so bad. He's overachieving with the car that he has. That car is so shit. He should not be running as good as he is. This ain't a Darlington 03. It's not driving good, DW. It's just bad. But somehow he's making it work. He's got to get 1 more spot.
To Kevin Harvick. He's going to try to get by these Gibbs cars.
Less than 4 laps to go to determine who will be in the championship 4. Chase Elliott took matters into his own hands. He is out front. He's going to try to win his way into the championship.
Coming to 2 to go, for the love of God.
great drive by Chase Elliott in a pressure-filled situation. Chase Elliott was an opportunity to step up, a career-defining moment.
And
possibly.
be ready to switch to NBCSN for post-race because they're going to get kicked off the air in about 5 minutes.
First time, under 2 laps to go.
I think Denny's in pretty good shape right here. Harvick working really hard to close the gap on the 18.
White flag. Let's go.
He's got to make the pass or someone has to go around the 11. The final lap.
White flag. Let's do this, son.
Chase Elliott through 3 and 4.
Super Chase. Chase Elliott. Woo! Yeah.
Can Harvick do it? The final turn. He needs the position.
Oh, Harvick wrecks Kyle Busch for the spot.
Turns into the 18.
Oh, it didn't work. Oh, what an idiot. What an idiot.
The question was asked earlier, what would you do?
Oh my God, you see that?
What would you do to make it into the championship 4? We saw Kevin Harvick, that last turn effort, trying to get that 1 point that he needed, and it didn't work out.
What would you do? What can you do? Chase Elliott came in what looked like a must-win situation, and he wins at Martinsville. His first career win at Martinsville to advance to the championship 4.
And his first visit to the championship 4, Chase Elliott now has a shot at the title.
Kevin Harvick, you son of a bitch.
2020, you see the elation as he's climbing out of the car.
Oh man, Kevin Harvick.
For the language, but the celebration is going to continue for at least a week now, Dave.
That is emotion coming out big time. The pit crew, who had a couple of bobbles but kept him in it, and the driver,
Kevin Harvick.
The driver with the resolve. This place has been bad to him in the past. It's been good to him in the past. It has never allowed him to get to victory lane, and in its most important hour, Chase's career sees its first victory at the Martinsville Speedway.
What?
Chase to the fans and the emotions.
And Chase Elliott won the race. What a day!
Your boys are a little excited there, and the driver as well, right, Chase?
Oh my gosh, biggest win ever for us. Just so proud. You know, there's not. To be able to, you know, be backed in the corner like that and have to win tonight, I feel like that's what we've been missing, you know, these past 4 or 5 years to, you know, perform when we don't have a choice. And to do that tonight was,
I'm happy.
Couldn't ask for a better night. Real.
Kevin Harvick yeeted Kyle Busch so hard.
They're here, yeah.
Yeah, they are. Love to see it. Oh, trying to catch my breath, man. It's unbelievable. Going to Phoenix, shot to win a championship. Beautiful blue Napa Camaro. Headed out there with the shot to win a title. What more could you ask for?
Chase, when you had your car back in the pack just a little bit, a couple of miscues on pit road, what concerns did you have?
Yeah, I didn't think our car was driving as good there at the end as it was at the beginning of the race. But those last couple of pit stops made some really good changes, and had a good pit stop on the last one. Had a good last restart, and that was the difference. So just huge thanks to everybody that makes this possible. This is unbelievable. There's a bit of a loss for words, just to, like I said, this is the piece we've been missing, and I feel like we've had the group to do this. We just have to go make it happen, and we did tonight.
Backed into the corner, Chase Elliott claws his way out, claws his way to victory lane.
So, kids, The question of the day. Answer me this. Well, hold on, Harvick interview. We'll get to that.
You and I talked about points coming into the day, how you fight all year long, why you fight for every point, Kevin. But honestly, did you believe coming into the day that this was a possibility?
For sure, with the way that we've run here in the past. Everybody kept battling there. I tried to run into the door of the 18 as a latch ditch effort there and spun him out. So sorry to put him in the middle of trying to gain a point. But yeah, just not a great 3 weeks. Didn't go our way, and we fought for everything we had, and it just came up short.
After all the wins this year, Kevin, to not make it to the championship 4, what are the emotions in not doing that?
Look, these championships aren't like winning like Petty and Earnhardt used to win them. You have to, put them together 3 weeks at a time. And, it comes down to one race, and it came down to one race for us tonight, and came up short.
Kevin Harvick obviously had some issues during the day today. The cut left rear tire put him down 2 laps. They fought back, but the regular season champ will not be in the championship 4.
He was coming out of turn 4 and ended up from one.
Did this really just happen?
Again,
seriously? This just happened, sirs. Ladies and gentlemen.
There are 4 drivers now with a chance at the championship. It's
Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Joel. You talk about parity in the Final 4. I like it. I'd give my left nut to see Chase Elliott win I'd give my TV away for free to see Chase Elliott win that championship next week. And I love this TV. People, can you believe it?
Next week it will be determined.
So, question of the day before I get off here in a minute or two, a couple minutes, however long I feel like hanging out and bullshitting with you guys. Question of the day. What does 9 wins, 20 top 5s, 26 top 10s, and a 7.1 average finish get you? Answer: nothing. The answer is nothing. In 2003, it would have got you a championship a week ago. 2020, you get nothing. Congratulations, NASCAR. You fucking did it. The Madmen, you did it. But I don't know if it's a good thing or not. I really don't. I'm kind of stunned right now. Chase Elliott just won. I'm so happy, but I'm just so confused about Kevin Harvick not meaning shit at Phoenix. I'm just fucking confused, bro. Like, what do you guys think? Let's chit-chat for a little bit. I got to process this. Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, the Final 4. 2, 9, 11, 22. There you go. That's your Final 4. Any one of those 4, there is no clear-cut favorite. There really isn't. Maybe you give a slight edge to Hamlin. I'm sure the odds might, the Vegas odds and shit will probably lean towards Hamlin. But performance at Phoenix, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski been pretty good there. Logano won there earlier this year. Elliott's strong there as well. Could have easily won there already a couple of times. There is no favorite. I got to say, I am going to unabashedly cheer for Chase Elliott next week. If Chase doesn't win, I'd rather have Brad win. Chase or Brad. Then Hamlin, and Logano's the one I don't want to win at all. If Hamlin wins, it's a good story. If Brad wins, I like Brad. Chase wins, fucking party time, dude. If Chase wins, I may never get off here. Man, Chase Elliott in the championship 4. I gotta... Man, I don't want to get up. I can't believe it happened. I'm trying to get some post... Aren't they? NBC app, are you going to show some post-race? Because I'd actually hang around for a little bit. Oh, here we go. Martinsville post-race show. God, I just had to scroll over. I'm a fucking moron. Man, Chase Elliott's a beast.
A race or two in a 3-race series.
Denny Hamlin interview.
So We're very fortunate with our FedEx team to
I can't get over this, man.
Work that we did in the regular season to get playoff points and win the most stages throughout the season than anyone else. We're optimistic. We'll see.
Real quick, how do you feel about Phoenix? This is a race you won last year.
Yeah, I mean, it's a entirely different ball game now. I mean, it's just it really is. It's just the aerodynamic package is a lot different. There's no similarity.
Hello, Aaron Andrews. I really should get the fuck off here and watch football. I'm watching football right now.
Prepared, and hopefully we'll go out there and show what we got.
Boy, so tight at the end of this race.
My man Chase Elliott.
Into the championship.
Party time, man.
But now time to focus on trying to win a title.
Yeah, and Marty, the biggest question mark around Denny Hamlin has been, can he rise to the occasion at the biggest moment?
Chase Elliott got a clock.
One of the best drivers that hasn't won a championship. We see right now that grandfather clock on the stage with Chase Elliott. But when Denny Hamlin talked about the fact that you can have a great 8 innings and then not be able to advance because of a bad night, and that's exactly what has happened with the 14. What he tried to do there, and he said it, he apologized to the 18 of Kyle Busch. I tried to get that 1 point. I tried to get him in the door.
Yeah, I'm a little bit in disbelief. Not that Chase Elliott won the race. We saw Truex and Elliott have great cars all night. I'm not shocked that one of them could win, but I thought for sure it would be down to Denny Hamlin and Brad Keselowski on who would be eliminated. I know this isn't Kevin Harvick's best track, but never did I see just an ill-handling race car and an untimely flat tire. I mean, not completely on the 4 car, some bad luck. Contact with another driver, gave him a flat tire, they recovered, and I mean, once again, Martinsville never disappoints. The drama, the pressure that these drivers are under, the close proximity of short track racing, I think only makes it more exciting. He took credit for it. I don't blame him. I think he should have done it. I'm sure Kyle Busch is not happy, but he goes, I probably knew it was coming, right? What I love, though, throughout that whole thing is I thought everybody drove their race, right? Kyle Busch didn't give him the spot. He raced as hard as he could. Everybody raced to the finish, and in the end, I am truly in disbelief with 9 wins that Kevin Harvick is not part of this.
All right, let's bring in the drivers. Jeff, Junior, you guys have watched this season very closely. We've seen the kind of racer Kevin Harvick has been throughout the season. He's been the class of the field. This is the longest winless streak that he's been on, and it's just over 5 races that he hasn't been to victory lane. Are you all surprised that the 4 is not advancing to the championship 4?
I'm shocked. I mean, who would have thought?
I'm
right?
speechless. If you're happy and you know it, go to sleep. Remember that commercial? If you're happy and you know it. That's like an old commercial I used to see during NASCAR races. That's like 2001.
Tremendous amount of credit for that last drive. He drove that car up to 4th place, and that put the pressure on Kevin Harvick. Brad had a ton of ground to make up, and he did a great job of driving up through the field to do that.
I think I'm more surprised, or would have been more surprised that Denny missed it because of his success here in the past at Martinsville. But, the guy that, I think is who we should be celebrating tonight is Chase Elliott, who's going to take the first clock that the Elliott's.
It's just that weird confusion of just being so damn elated for Chase, but just so confused about Kevin Harvick.
As a son of a famous father, anytime you can accomplish something that a Hall of Fame father hasn't accomplished, it's a great feeling. And that's 25 clocks for Hendrick Motorsports and Rick Hendrick, and they'll send a Chevrolet.
Everybody at Hendrick wins at Martinsville. It's worth a shit.
So, pretty awesome performance. I'm not shocked by how the 4 ran today. I'm more shocked.
Well, guys, I guess I got to get off here. I got to go run and do some shit. Still don't know for sure if I'm working tomorrow, but I'm assuming I am. So I don't know. But thanks for bearing with me through the technical difficulties. Like I said, my OBS disconnected and the stream got stopped for about 15 minutes or however long it was. But we got back on here and we got it done. I'm glad I got to see that and react to that, because that was just insanity. Hold on, the Bears are on this 3rd and 9. Foles drops back. Here comes a delayed blitz. Oh, it gets there. Wow, how do you miss that sack? Okay, the second guy got him. God damn, did he break Foles' leg? Foles he's getting up. God, his leg almost got Theismann or Alex Smith or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, fuck, guys, I'll see y'all next weekend. We got 3 races. I promise we're going to do all 3 races, because it's the Truck Championship, the Xfinity Championship, and then Cup on Sunday for that championship. It's the end of the season. We're going to do them all. My voice is hanging on for dear life. I'm all raspy again, so I'm going to get off here. Later, guys. That was fun.